What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be elaborating on a point that I made recently in a video talking about Super Mario Bros. Wonder and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and how some of you guys were calling it clickbait with the thumbnail. No, not necessarily. I'm going to talk about that a lot more and some other surprising things with this game, because trust me, this might be the best Nintendo 2D platformer since said Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and I'm going to break down exactly why here, in addition to a couple other very interesting things. But before we get into that, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, and click that notification bell to get my Nintendo Switch RPG videos, live streams first, right here on Player Essence. Now, let's go ahead and jump into this, and I felt that I needed to do face cam so you can see the excitement, the expression, and the sincerity in my voice when I talk about Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Listen, guys, I have not been a huge 2D Mario fan over the last decade or so. Honestly, we've been in the slums a little bit. Now, New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, those were great for what they were back then, a decade plus ago, on the DS and the Wii systems. They were fine, but we hit a rough patch when it comes to 2D Mario platforming. We absolutely did, compared to what we got before back in the day with Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. With those type of games, there is definitely an issue. Heck, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario All-Stars, all of those games, in my opinion, are much better than what we've got from the DS era and up when it comes to 2D platforming Mario games, including Super Mario Maker, because that's just a mismatch of what we've gotten before, with people making incredibly terrible levels that you have to shift and sort through and find. It just takes way too long. 2D Mario is supposed to be jump in, jump out, get in there and play, not typing in, punching in codes and all this different type of stuff to play levels or randomizing different weird levels that people are making. That's not what 2D Mario is about. 2D Mario isn't about the same stale art style and music over and over and over again as well. With Super Mario Bros. Wonder, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a game that is taking chances. I'm seeing a game that is exciting. I'm seeing a game that is changing the gameplay in a very significant way, the same way that we saw from Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And I made a point about that, saying, hey, this could be the best game, best 2D platformer since that one, because Tropical Freeze had so many cool art styles, had so much innovation with what the 2D Donkey Kong games did. It was something to where you can compare it to the old school games and say, yeah, that's better, that's better, that's better, that's been improved from the ground up when it comes to graphics, music, controls, or you can say that it's right there or it's close. You can't always say the same. Actually, I'll just flat out say it. You can't say the same when it comes to the newer 2D Mario games compared to the games that I already talked about, like Super Mario Bros. 3, like Super Mario World, like Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Come on, guys. We know that it just wasn't up to that level, even though if you might like those games. Now, if you're looking at it from a review perspective or from a professional perspective, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is an 86 average on Metacritic on the Nintendo Switch. That is better than the most recent new Super Mario Bros. Games. When it comes to Super Mario Bros. U, Super Mario Bros. 2, all of those games like that. Super Mario Maker, those got some good scores. Obviously, they're different styles of games, but new actual games where it's a whole different style in terms of what they're trying to go for. 86 is an incredible score for a high-end 2D platformer from Nintendo, especially recently. Can we see a game with Super Mario Bros. Wonder get that type of score or higher and actually be in that level in terms of where a lot of fans see 2D platforming, with the pinnacle being Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, especially in the Wii U, Nintendo Switch era? Yes, that's what it's looking like right now, and that's what I was talking about when I had that thumbnail there and kind of comparing a little bit. I felt that the game, based off of the previews, was that good, to where people were like, wow, look at this, look at the innovation, look at what they're doing with the level design, look at what they're doing with the music, look at the style, look at the graphics. Everything has been overhauled, has been changed. They've been given time. They've been giving so much resources and time to make something truly magnificent, and you can tell from the very beginning. Now, and I did get a number of people, at least reported to me when I was doing my live stream, that people said that they went and played the demo at Target and it wasn't anything crazy. That's not the point when it comes to a demo at Target. They're not gonna throw everything at you at a demo. There's kids playing that. You're playing with some grimy, crusty, probably split Joy-Cons or something like that. The best way to play this game is in the comfort of your own house, playing with the Pro Controller or playing it right there on that Nintendo Switch OLED. But I suggest playing it on a nice big TV with a Pro Controller. You play it like that. If you've got a friend or two to play it with, that's awesome. But if you're playing it by yourself, that's when it really becomes fun, because the bad system and what they've done there completely revolutionizes Mario gameplay. In a demo at a store, you're not going to be able to see that. What you should be looking for is, okay, did they evolve the art style? They did. Is the music much better? You can't really hear it, but trust me, it is. Are there new features in the game? Yes. Are there different things to do? Yes. All that stuff has changed. The difficulty, the different excitement with levels and all that, that's going to come later in the game. If you go read the previews, it exactly says that. So when you combine all the stuff that I already talked about when it comes to what they've changed just from a visual and from an audio standpoint with the music and everything, and even what they've shown off at the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct, you combine that with the badge system, the big variety of different characters that you can use for your own personal preference, it creates a Mario experience that to me surpasses what Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze has done with the variety and different styles of play and the uniqueness of the levels. Let me give you two really cool examples. There's these different wonder seeds, which you guys have seen before. It's not just for trippy effects. There's actually certain things that activate and only show up in that time. One of my favorite things was the Stampede that you saw, and how that can go super high and you can get a coin and get some collectibles if you activate that wonder seed. And then there's another part where they showed off where it kind of turns into an isometric view and you can play from that standpoint. There's also the shaded view as well. There's so many different styles and different things combined with the badge system, combined with the vast array of characters, combined with everything that they're adding into this game. It really is a revolution for the Mario series, and for 2D platformers, it's going to be compared against the best of the best that Nintendo has. New ones, not create your own Mario level, not anything like that, but the best 2D platformers that Nintendo has. We're talking about Mario Bros. 3. We're talking about Super Mario World, 2D platformers. We're talking about Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. That's the upper echelon of Nintendo 2D platformers, along with the DKC trilogy, along with Donkey Kong Country Returns, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Those are usually seen as the best from Nintendo in the 2D category. Heck, it's even gotten to the point to where some publications and outlets were like, this feels like a 3D Mario game, like Odyssey, thrown into the 2D world where you have that level of freedom to explore, go back, backtrack, look at different things, activate different stuff. We haven't seen that from 2D Mario, where you're essentially just going forward, or somebody makes some type of stupid level in Mario Maker where you have to go all over the place with different keys. That's not fun. That's not what Mario's about when it comes down to it. This is what Mario's about. Super Mario Bros. Wonder brings that excitement back. So it's not clickbait when I have DKC in there and I talked about how awesome DKC is, and if Mario can match that, this video is elaborating on that. And I want to let you guys know it's not just all smoke. It's not just all me just saying things. I've played the game multiple times when it comes to Nintendo Live, the private demos and everything. I've played it in a great environment. I've read the previews as well when it comes to later and the difficulty ramping up, the different badges and systems that you have, the secrets that you can do, the exploration that you have with the little overworld and how you kind of go from level to level. All the small little touches make Super Mario Bros. Wonder something that truly is a different take and much better than what we've seen. Now, it comes down to this when it comes to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Can it get to that next level? To me, in order for people to see it like a DKC Tropical Freeze, it's got to execute on all phases. It's got to have the music, it's got to have the graphics, it's got to have the level design, it's got to have the content, it's got to have everything that evens it all out with very few issues in the game. I think Super Mario Bros. Wonder is going to have all that, but where will it do when it comes to Metacritic wise? Where will it do when it comes to that critical acclaim? I think that's going to be big. If this game, and I'm pretty sure I'll have another video on this because I think this is huge for 2D Mario, if this game has a 87, 88 rating, which is above Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Nintendo Switch, and that would be well above the original score of 83 that it got on the Wii U, if it can get up to that, or even a 90+ rating and be nominated for a Game of the Year contender at the Keighley Awards and many other award shows, that's when people are going to say, okay, this is the best thing that we've seen from Nintendo 2D platforming when it comes to it since DKC Tropical Freeze, or at least for Mario's sake, since New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Those got pretty good scores. But honestly, if you compare those games, even with it being as old as that game is, this game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, from what I played, was far more exciting, was far more vibrant, was far better overall, because I never thought the new Super Mario Bros. Music was good, and this music is good from the beginning. The style is good from the beginning, and it's not like it's a retread on what we've gotten before. Don't get me wrong, New Super Mario Bros. Was great, but I didn't feel New Super Mario Bros. DS was the most incredible thing. Then they kind of redid that again. I was actually more excited with the game like Super Mario 3D World, which was taking the original Super Mario 3D Land and kind of expanding upon it. It seems like they did the same thing with the 2D Mario game with New Super Mario Bros. DS to New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but I think that it was handled way better from 3D Land to 3D World compared to that. But that's just my own personal opinion, and I think that with Super Mario Bros. Wonder, it is a scrap. Get all that out of here. Let's start fresh. Let's start new. Let's add in all this stuff. You have the Kongs, right, that have different abilities. Let's give the Mario characters different abilities than just, okay, Princess Peach can float. I don't know, Daisy, I don't know, is a little bit stronger than Peach or something like that. Luigi has a little stupid jump. We don't need all that. People want that type of stuff. We don't need all that. What you need is complete customization. Pick what you want. Pick a customization when it comes to the badge system. Find new badges. Explore. Actually have real progression in the game outside of I'm collecting coins and power-ups to get 3 different coins in a level. Super Mario Bros. Wonder gives you that with the badges. It gives you more of that style of gameplay, in addition to giving you what you want with the collection and all that stuff that Mario's always known for. It's the real deal, guys, and I had to get on camera to tell you guys this to show that I'm very sincere and I'm very serious about this game. I think it's going to be incredible when you guys get your hands on it, not on a grimy demo at GameStop or something like that, but when you truly get your hands on it and you play it and you see the challenges, you see the extra levels, you see the stuff ramping up, you see all that, and of course all the different secret levels and secret stages, and you know they're gonna have like post-game content and all that. When you see all that, you're gonna completely change your mind for those who weren't convinced yet. When the reviews drop, man, I'm really hoping 90+, that would be incredible. I'm thinking that this has a chance to be nominated for a Game of the Year at the Keighley Awards, but we'll have to wait and see. I will have a separate video as the game comes out, and once the reviews start coming out, I'll talk about my own personal opinion once the game comes out, and we'll revisit this topic once again compared to DKC and see what review score it has, and if it has a chance truly after that of being a Game of the Year contender. Don't think it's gonna win. Don't think it's gonna win. Obviously, Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate is incredible, but in the contention, it's been a long time since a 2D Mario game has even sniffed being a Game of the Year contender. Not even close. It's been over a decade plus. Last time, like what, New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii? So I'm very excited to see how everything works out. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and check out my other Nintendo Switch Mario Bros. Videos and more right here on screen. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.